Hello, this is Random Breakout Sense of Yoga season, and it's me again, as always. I don't know who else it would be, to be honest with you. Maybe my imposter clone, or they would probably be too embarrassed of my YouTube channel to even join it. They'll probably delete all my videos. I'm sad. No, we'll just pretend that the last episode never happened and we'll all move on with our lives. I am very sad to tell you that knowing the way I edit stuff, I am not gonna take that last 20-minute part out of the video. Just wow. You know, it's a great way of it was supposed to be 30 minutes and then I went on and decided to do a lot of pain and suffering, and now it's turned into just like 20 more minutes of pure torment. You know, I just have that video file on my phone and I really don't know how to feel about it. But cringe and pain and torture and suffering aside, let me talk about my phone case. Oh, it's cute, I don't know. It's a little eerie on top. Alright, like I told you guys how my phone case was literally breaking apart at some point, I think. And then wherever I was going, there were just black bits just dropping off. You know, it's just funny because at the start of the year, I clearly remember it just being a tiny crackness. Then over the months, it just progressed bit by bit. And then the whole thing just started falling apart to the point where it was like, I would sleep in bed and I would wake up and I would see like black stuff everywhere. Black stuff on the floor, black stuff on the bed, like small to big, to large, to chunky. You know, it's just all the types of things, all the plastic just dropping off my phone case. And I feel like if I were a little bit more clever, I could probably make some sort of analogy here to the gradual deterioration of my phone case and how something so small spiraled into something so magnificently, horrifyingly big. But we are not gonna do that because I don't know how to, unfortunately. No coins. I want my coins. Oh, sad. Anyways, guess we just have to move on from that. We have 10,000 coins, which should be enough for us to get at the very least our first alchemist trade-off. So that's good, I suppose, at the very least. And I could have done a last double jump there, but I cannot be bothered to. And I'm bad at playing games, so there's that. No. Alright, well. The C, I guess, every combi. I'm pretty sure if I said like anything other than the C, he would just give me a debuff, you know. But hey man, what would you do? Blast Jelly after destroying obstacles 5%. 36,000 points for basic jellies. I don't want any of this. No, this is good. Yellow Bear Jelly Firework, 200% for coins. As much as I really want to choose the one on the right, I have to take Lobster because the faster I finish my quest for Alchemist Cookies coins, the better it would be. And he's also comboed with his coin firework treasures, so there's that, I guess. So congrats to me. Boom, there we go. By the way, I am very well aware that the new update has come out already. It's just that I didn't record it because I was lazy. And it's also Sunday, so I figured I should do my random breakout first. You know? I mean, it's easier to do that than to do my normal update review videos, you know? Like, people don't even watch them anyways, but like, I like doing it because it's fun somehow. So speaking of cappuccino cookie, and the event, actually the event story was, not gonna lie, kind of underwhelming. I expected something that was a bit more like, I don't know man, a bit more shocking, I guess, dramatic, you know, like, wow, you know. And also, the reason that Roquefort gave for his being in the courtroom, specifically on purpose, just seems rather, how do you call it, rather shoddy, right? Like, sure, the judge did get bribed and, oh yeah, I should probably say the spoilers, but I don't think you guys care that much anyways. But it's like, even if he got bribed, I doubt that he would have been bribed with some sort of priceless, immeasurable treasure, you know, like, that just doesn't make sense to me. And I guess I also have issues with the fact that, like, although language cookie, and I'm sorry for butchering his name for any people who actually speak the language. Alright, that's what I'm gonna call him. Language. So language cookie is like he's Roquefort's lawyer for the literal whole of his trial. Like why does he not have a relationship chart with him in it? Like he sees like Crowberry once in his lifetime, I would assume. And he already knows her on his relationship chart. But like Language literally defended him in a court of trial, even though he was falsely accused. Like, I don't know, man. He should have a relationship chart at the very least. It just feels weird if he doesn't. What's my buff? Pink badge. Oh, every 3 seconds in every. Oh, okay. I guess that works too. Cause for the first moment I saw that and I was like, are you kidding me? You know? Cause I thought that didn't work. Well, it did, I suppose. It did. Cause it said obtainable only once, and I thought they were both the same buff. So I technically only had one, but no. They're just 2 different ones. One is 3 seconds and one is 1,200 pixels. Which I suppose I should feel grateful for. It's odd, you know. Like, if they had never given me those 2 same buffs at the same moment, I don't think I would have ever realized that. What? Where am I getting these coins from? Oh, okay, I guess. Weird. No, I'm getting coins from normal jellies? Alright, well, I didn't realize that. Why? I don't think I had a buff for that. I had a buff for, I think, what was it again? 200% to all coins earned. But I'm pretty sure I didn't have anything that related or pertained to getting coins when I got normal jellies. But alright, I guess, you know, it is what it is. And the furry mic is holding a grudge against me again because, gosh, what is my dream subscriber count? I don't know, man. Maybe 100k or something. But considering the fact I've released like, honestly, on the way to 200 videos by now, and I've got like 100 subscribers, I don't think that's ever gonna happen in my lifetime or yours either. Because I know all you people are probably younger than me or something, huh, kids? Well, except for that one dude who shows up as the 8% of watchers in the 45 to 54-year-old category on my YouTube analytics. I don't know about that dude, but I know the rest of you are definitely younger than me. You know, in this modern day and age, I feel that we as a society need to go back to our roots. You know, we need to be more proud of aging. Oh, like, bro, it's so weird. It's like, don't have an obsession with like staying young, you know, it makes you seem like a vampire. Like, I get that you don't want to get wrinkles and whatever, but it's like, you know that common trope where it's like, well, yeah, once you get over 30, you're some sort of irredeemable like hag or something. It just doesn't make sense to me, I feel. Like, different ages have their different beauty standards, you know? Like, for a baby, you wouldn't look at them and say, oh my god, this baby doesn't have hair. He's so ugly. Like, you're just gonna call the baby cute anyways, right? And it's like, if you looked at an 8-year-old kid, you wouldn't be like, oh my god, this kid doesn't have a beard or a fine mustache. Like, what's over there? No facial hair. Ew. Like, come on, man, those are kids, you know. And the same is for older people. Like, there's the times, man. You know, not everything has to look like teenagery and young. I remember reading somewhere that the statistics for, like, on average, I feel like men are more likely to be attracted to young women than, well, women themselves, you know. And I personally don't really believe in any of that instinctual, like, stuff. It just feels weird to me, you know. Like, if humans were really as instinctual as you thought they were, I figure we could all be back in the forest hunting for food or something, you know. Like, it's just not it. Like, you're too obsessed with looks is what I feel. Like, you know, it really doesn't need to matter that much. Like, people are just gonna look different, you know. Like, beauty standards change too also. So there's that. And of course, there's always gonna be some amount of sexual dimorphism among males and females in the human race. But it's like, we're not completely different species, hello. You know? Like, sure, the sexual dimorphism is there. It's not like it's just gonna, like, kill you to let, like, a woman run in a race, you know? Which brings me back to this very interesting argument I saw once, where it was like, instead of putting the blame on trans people for participating in like whatever sports they want to participate in. Maybe we should change the categories for what is counted. Like, how do you call it? Don't blame the player, but blame the game, you know? And I just found it very interesting because it's like I've never thought of it in that way before. I just always assumed that like competition and whatever. Oh, let's take this. I always assumed competition whatever always had to be this like straight ranking down the middle, where it's like you could only fight using physical prowess or whatever in like competitions of sports, you know? And then suddenly being told that maybe we should just reconsider the way we fit people into categories like this, and instead of making a sport that divides the two sexes, we should actually make one that is more so-called like, I don't know, I actually don't know how to say it. It was just a very interesting concept to me because, well, I did never known of it before, you know, like. Also, this is a very bad place that Rockstar Cookie haven't mentioned. Jeez, I can hardly use his ability at all. Hush. 1, 2, there we go. I'll be honest with you, I'm not very literate when it comes to these sort of things. Because as much as I like to talk about them and my mind likes to revert to them in the middle of the night when I'm trying my hardest to be sleeping, I'm not a smart person, you know. I'm just a dude who reads sometimes. And sometimes, once in a while, I remember things, but usually not. It's kind of like how people, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like how people say that women are better than men at sharpshooting, because naturally speaking, most females are born with a gait or whatever, or more stable hips or whatever, you know, something like that. But then after there's people who would argue against it and say that sharpshooting is actually more of an gender equal sport in terms of that. So it's actually really hard to say. Then there's the fact also with top athletes, there's no point in really comparing, because at that point they're kind of just all inhuman to some extent. I remember there was this one female swimmer I saw once, and she was amazing. Like, she was breaking all the records and everything. Let's just take Pancake, I guess. And I don't know what it was about her, but like, she was amazing, you know? Or let's just take Tomatoes, I guess. I'd rather get a random rare. Alright, well, I guess it's Fox. Like, you gotta imagine, I like athletes, you know? Not that I don't know how to say this, but I admire them at the very least. They're very hardworking to have gotten where they are, so like, I mean, to some extent, there are a lot of athletes in the top 1% also in the Olympics that just, technically speaking, if you were to compare their physique with like normal human bodily standards, it would not be a fair fight, but they're technically still allowed to play because, who knows, it doesn't count. So I guess when you use that example, it's more, I would say, logical in a sense to think that maybe our categories for putting men and women apart in sports aren't really as clearly defined as they might seem to be at first glance. Because if you had to give an example, so maybe someone like Michael Phelps, like, you won't get a guy, he has abnormally large hands and feet if I'm not wrong. And it's just like, no man, it just gives me an advantage, but you can't just take him out of the race just because compared to everybody else, he has bigger hands and legs and arms, and that gives him more like, more ability to propel himself forwards when he's swimming or something like that, you know? I don't know that much about sports, but I would imagine his physique also gives him quite the big amount of advantage over his fellow like athletes, you know? But like, people don't just disqualify him for some reason. Or maybe you could take Usain Bolt. They had tests done on Usain Bolt, I remember, if I'm not wrong, and it was said at the current speed he's running, like, if he did it any, if he went any faster and swam himself any longer, his muscles would literally tear themselves apart, which is kind of amazing. Like, not anybody can do it. Like, not everybody can just take their body and push it to such a limit and utilize their muscles so effectively, you know? Like, you can train your whole life and you wouldn't be able to get to that same element of control and precision Usain Bolt has over his like own physique, just because, you know, you're not meant to function that way. Like, if I'm not wrong, I also remember reading somewhere where it was like, You know how sometimes in periods of distress, people just start doing inhuman, so-called inhuman acts. The reason why these people can amass such strength to do it is because in our muscles we have the innate ability to exert that strength, like each and every one of us, except that our brain keeps us from doing that so that we do not harm that ourselves. It's also kind of a reason why when exerting such huge amount of strength, like these people who make themselves do that are also very likely to get themselves injured, because although their muscles are able to exert such pressure, their body isn't made to withstand the amount of strength and energy that they're putting through. Like, I don't know if I can explain this properly, but like, yeah. And then there was this analogy somewhere where it was like, if you tensed up all the muscles in your back at once, your spine would literally just snap, you know? And it's kind of amazing to actually think about it that way, because it's like on a daily basis you don't hear people doing that. Like, we have the literal ability to tear our own spine apart, but we don't do it because our brain tells us not to do it, you know? Like, it's a sort of, yeah, let me go down please. Alright, it's a sort of protective mechanism that normal people don't use the kind of strength they could potentially have in everyday situations. But when you're in a life-threatening, deadly situation like this, it then becomes very what? Oh my god, I cannot believe I got that H potion. Jeez. One of the clutches ever. But it's like when you're in a deadly life or death or threatening situation, you know, your brain kind of sometimes just removes those inhibitions it has put upon you, because it realizes that, well, your teeth might break and your muscles might break, but at the same time, like, what's the worst that can happen, man? It's either you, your muscles, or you're dead. Like, you can grow your muscles back, but you can't take your life back, you know? And so if you just pair that thing with the whole athlete spiel or whatever that was going on earlier, it starts becoming a very interesting conversation, I think. I mean, also because it's, inherently speaking, if you really want to talk about fairness and all, sport was never truly a so-called fair playing ground for people in the first place. Like, there's just some people that are born with the innate ability to use their muscles more efficiently. People who are born bigger, people who are born with bigger muscles, whose genetics make them very lucky. No, it's like, in the end, it's kind of all a genetics game actually. Just wow. And sure, you have to have a very large amount of patience and hard work to get where you are as an athlete. There is definitely no denying it. But there's also no denying the fact that luck and genetics has a lot to do with it. You know, not only that, you're the nutrition and the way you're born and raised. So there's that. I just realized I get 400,000 points when I jump, and I don't think I realized that earlier. Why? I don't know. But time to start jumping, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty sure there have been clinical studies done into how nutrition from a young age also affects your growth and development as you grow up. If you're constantly malnourished at a young age, like no matter how good your body can be, no matter how much potential you could have, it doesn't matter if you're half starving all the time and your muscles are shrunken, because they will negatively impact your own growth. And when you become an adult, if you have enough of that limitation already placed upon you by your nutritional past when you're younger, your body isn't going to develop to the full potential it could possibly be in, you know, compared to if you were, well, had a more full diet, I guess. That's what you call it. I mean, I can't English, bro. And English is my mother tongue. Anyways, it's maybe time to move on from this topic. So, thanks for coming to this week's version of Francis' TED Talk about things you probably shouldn't be talking about in a cookie run oven break gaming video or whatever. Like, you guys subscribe to this content, hello? Not my problem. I am very afraid right now. I am going to hit something and I'm gonna see that dreaded red bar pop on the sides of my screen. Hush. Not sure how I didn't notice the whole buff with the jumping, but now that I've noticed it, it's kind of hard to ignore it now. So I'm just gonna keep jumping and jumping until the day is over. Jumping is my life and jumping is my mantra. You know, some beautiful commentary here. Good thing we have all those buffs coins, so I don't know why and how they came to be, but like, it is what it is, you know. And copy. And I'm 28 minutes into the recording. Come on, give me something good, man. I know you can do this. You can find in yourself a generosity, a benevolence to give me something good. But you could not. And here I am, stuck with this cruel, careless fate of playing with beetroot, with frogs. And the fact that I'm pretty sure I've seen that exact same joke at least 3 times before. It was not funny the first time, I'm telling you. And it definitely does not get any funnier. After the next few times, you repeat it again and say, what can you do? Huh? A prankster will be a prankster. No, she's not a prankster, I guess. Avocado just really likes. No, Avocado's a jokester, not a prankster. I feel like prankster would be too evil of a title to give her. In the past, prankster may have been a tiny way of taking fun. You know, my son's a prankster. You know, a fun little goof and gag to closed ones, you know, but a rather mischievous sibling. And nowadays, it has been tainted by little goblins. Jesus, what was I going to say? Nowadays, it has been tainted by the cloud goblins of the internet. And prankster is equated with YouTube prankster, baby. Oh my god. Bro, the amount I could talk shit. It's not like all of them are bad. But the problem is that it's like 90% of them have no shame. And then they just bother people who are just doing their job. And then they have the gall to get angry when the people who are just doing their job rightfully get exasperated and ask them to leave the establishment that they are so-called pranking. Like, hey man, don't do that. You know? Like, don't prank essential workers. Don't prank retail workers. Don't prank people who are doing their jobs, you know? Like, that's just not nice. They're being paid so little already. And then you go over and then you just make their lives even worse. Oh wow. I did not get a good hand here. Look at this dude. 5 billion? Probably on a leaderboard. And he got a legendary buff as his first choice too. So what can I say, man? What can I say? Anyways, as always, let's just say a thank you to all our comrades here for running with us. And yep, I guess, I don't know, don't listen to me, man, go do your own research. Yep, yeah, that's it. Take care and love ya.